So this anchor competencies framework is intended to support and connect professors, university supervisors, cooperating teachers, and teacher candidates. We've done work, professional development with cooperating teachers in a few districts, and particularly Sunnyvale School District that I talk about in the book. And it's amazing when they get the same background as, and I'm sure you can understand that, the same background, the same understanding of the framework as their candidates, and the candidates are getting it at the university. In this case, it was San Jose State. It made a huge difference in their ability to communicate with each other and to move forward in an asset-based kind of way. Next. So I'm going to share with you this wonderful person, Lindsay Jacobson. She's now an assistant principal. When I worked with her, she was a classroom teacher in lower elementary, and she was a cooperating teacher for our student teachers. She's been a gift to my life as a professional. And what I'd like to do is share with you a 3-minute video, a little bit 3+ minute video of her teaching to a group of kindergartners in the spring of the year. So all the things they're able to do, she's been working on this the whole year. But what I'd like you to do is to think about the anchor competencies that I talked about and that you read about, like building trusting relationships, self-reflection, being able to exhibit reciprocal vulnerability as part of building a trusting relationship, and a growth mindset. Think about those things and see what you see in her teaching that seems to embed a social emotional cultural lens where she's clearly using that. So we'll go to the next one, and then I'll ask for questions about it.
If you're sitting properly,
louder.
I really appreciate it. Please kiss your brain.
Everybody can use the volume.
That looks better. Okay, now I'm feeling a little nervous because now it's time for me to do my picture. And I really want a great picture of a bat. I'm looking in my research book. I'm looking to see if I find a diagram. I don't think there's a diagram in here, but boy, that's a gorgeous picture. Look at that.
Wow.
I really want to draw that, but I don't know how.
Try your best.
What do you think, Reed?
Try your best.
Try my best? Okay. What can I do to help myself get ready? Jaylee, what can I do? I can think about it, look at the pieces, and try my best. So, honey, want to add on?
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to give it a try. Here we go. I'm pretending this is a pencil, but I'm using it so you can see it, okay? Here we go. I'm going to try. Oh, gosh. Looks like the head looks kind of like this, and the ears are kind of like that, and then this wing. Ooh, okay, all right. Whoa!
Whoa.
I wanted it to go like that. It didn't. What should I do? What should I do? Andrea, how can I fix this?
You can calm down.
I can calm down. Shanabo, add on. What can I do?
Put boo tape as a police car.
I could use my eraser. I could fix it with my eraser. I could. Malcolm, what else can I do?
Beautiful loops.
A beautiful loops. I can make it a beautiful loops. Okay. I thought the wing was going to go like this, but now it's kind of going like this.
That.
All right. I'm going to try. I'm still feeling a little bit upset, but I'm going to just try and make it work.
It's
Okay. All right. It doesn't look exactly like it. Maya, what can I add? How can I fix this?
You could put like a little line that goes up to make it.
Oh, you think I can change this a little bit? Like maybe go up like that? Okay. I could make my point sharper. I could do that. Maybe I could add the details. I could go ahead and add the sharp claws where bats hang. I could add the eyes. Jaylee, I see you have something you want to add.
I just want bats have tails.
They do have tails. Thank you, Jaylee. I could go ahead and add a little tail right there. I noticed that there's these lines in the wings, so I'm going to go ahead and add those.
Those are bones.
They're bones. They are bones. I'm going to go ahead and add some bones in my wings.
Those are kind of coming out.
It's not looking exactly like I wanted it to look,
It's okay.
but I'm trying. I'm taking a big breath. I'm relaxing. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
You're muted, Nancy.
Thank you. I do that all the time. If we could go to the next slide before we open it up. This is we have an observation protocol that's really simple, but it's a way that teachers can start thinking about what they are doing. So somebody coming into the classroom, whether it was a supervisor or a peer teacher, whatever, would come into the class or principal and kind of look and see, so what do I see happening here? And examples of what's going on that's actually working. And then going from there to, okay, what anchor competencies do you think you'd want to bring in to make it even more effective? So I'd like to get people's reaction to what I've given you, like just flying over the top of the framework. And I really appreciate your attention. I've been talking so long. So could we go to everybody and seeing everybody? There we go. Yay. And you can ask questions about what you saw or in the video, first of all, and what your reaction to it is, or how you see it connecting to the framework.
Can I say something? So what I like is that concept of vulnerability. So the teacher said, I'm going to draw, but I'm not a good drawer. And it was interesting because it was the students who were giving her some support, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually what I do in my classes. I mean, like English is not my home language. I speak Spanish, and there are times in which I don't know how to pronounce a word. So I tell them I'm going to try. So that's something that, and that's like you said, it's in the book and it has helped me a lot. But at the same time, I also teach my students who primarily speak English so that they can do the same with their speakers of Chinese or any other language. They don't have to know sometimes, or if they know, they may be mispronouncing, but it's also learning. So it's
right.
all this cycle, me learning from them and them learning from their students, for example.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's creating community and building trust. Yeah. Thank you so much. Somebody else.
I liked the idea that she was demonstrating that it was a productive struggle. It wasn't exactly what she wanted, but she was getting closer to what she wanted by doing the things that she was adding and getting the suggestions from the kids, values their thoughts, values their assets, values their abilities to help her. So it's building that community through that also.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. Others?
Like that it led really easily and well into fostering a growth mindset about her own drawing as well as, the students.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Maybe less balled up paper on the floor of students going. Other thoughts? You clearly are seeing a connection, like the framework and how it looks in action. Anybody else would like to share anything about the video?
One of the things that I appreciate is how she really acknowledges the emotional life of each person through that process. And I think that to me is what really stands out. She makes it clear that we all have lots of different emotions that happen and come up while we're doing things, and that we're all maneuvering through them. And I think she normalizes that through her modeling. And I think that's really excellent.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's connected with the reciprocal vulnerability that was mentioned earlier. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, you kind of get the idea. And you might think like, all I need to do is just take this and use it in the classroom. But actually, I will explain what we do. And Kristen, are you able to go back to? Cool. Oh, look at this. I love it when technology works. So the two things that we engage in primarily are the Teacher Educator Institute, which has typically been a year long. We may be doing it in one semester, but it shows like people take time to actually develop the lens. And our experience over the years has been, the center has been in operation for 15 years. I didn't mention that. And of those, the last, I guess, 6 years, we've had Teacher Educator Institutes. And it's been a wonderful time to build a cohort of teacher educators who are from different institutions and give them opportunity over the course of a year to learn about, get more deeply involved in the framework, what it looks like in practice, and to share with each other. And what we find is that they're saying, like, by the end of the first semester, they're getting like, now I know how to use the lens and I understand it as a lens. And then the second semester, now I'm going to think about, how do I put it into my course? How do I put it in my program? And we help with both of those things. And the other thing that we do is consulting. In California, there's a hybrid teacher prep program that's quite large across Northern and Southern California. It's through the California State University system, and it's called Cal State Teach. And we have helped them, it's partially in operation, it'll be fully in operation next year, to integrate the framework throughout their program. So in every module and everything they're doing, they're thinking about everything through an SEC lens. And we're getting very good feedback from the candidates about this work and the profs who are working in it. So we've done that. We're also actually, interestingly, working with Minneapolis school district at the moment, because they've been given accreditation by the state to offer a teacher prep program, and they are integrating this framework. We're working with them in their special ed teacher prep program as a starting point, and then looking forward to going into general ed program development as well. So that's where we just work specifically around a program. So those are two things that we do. And I think that's about it for me. So I'm going to turn it back to Kristen and Deirdre to facilitate.